Think about learning English. Many people hesitate because they are afraid of making mistakes. They imagine others laughing. They worry about pronouncing words incorrectly. They fear being judged. But here is the truth. Mistakes are not signs of weakness. They are proof that you are learning. Every successful speaker, every confident person you admire once stood exactly where you stand today, stumbling over words, searching for sentences, and struggling to be understood. What separates them from the rest is that they refused to give up. They kept speaking, they kept practicing, and they turned their mistakes into stepping stones toward mastery. Confidence is also built through self talk. The words you speak to yourself matter more than the words you say to others. If you constantly repeat, I cannot do this, I am not good enough, I will fail, your mind believes it, and your actions will reflect it. But if you train yourself to think, I am learning, I am improving, I am capable, your mind will slowly begin to shift. Positive self talk is like planting seeds of confidence in your heart. Over time, those seeds grow into a strong tree that cannot be shaken by the winds of fear or the storms of doubt. The young man in our story began to change his words. Instead of saying, I am too shy, he began to say, I am practicing confidence. Instead of thinking, I cannot speak English well, he reminded himself, I am improving every day. These small changes created a new energy within him. He stood taller, he smiled more, and eventually he began to raise his hand in class. At first his voice was soft, but he spoke. The first time he gave a presentation, his hands shook, but he continued. Each small victory added another brick to the foundation of his confidence. Successful people are not different species. They are ordinary people who refused to let fear control them. They practice daily. They stand in front of the mirror and rehearse. They speak even when they are nervous. They take risks. They fail. They learn. And they try again. That is why their confidence seems unshakable. It is not magic. It is practice. The secret weapon of successful people is not luck. It is the discipline to practice self-confidence until it becomes part of who they are. Confidence also grows through action. You cannot think your way into confidence. You cannot wait for the perfect moment. You must act. Speak the sentence. Ask the question. Share your idea. Every time you take action, your brain learns that you are capable. And the more you act, the more confident you become. Successful people keep moving forward. They know that waiting for confidence before acting is like waiting for the rain to stop before learning to swim. It will never happen. You must step into the water, even if the storm is still above you. For those learning English, this is a powerful lesson. You do not need to be perfect to speak. You do not need to memorize thousands of words before you can start. Begin with simple sentences. Use daily conversations. Practice small dialogues. Each attempt will bring you closer to fluency. The more you speak, the less power fear has. The more you practice, the more your confidence grows. Public speaking is one of the greatest fears people have, yet it is also one of the most powerful ways to build confidence. The young man in our story eventually learned to love speaking in front of others. At first it felt impossible, but after many small steps, he found joy in sharing his ideas. He realized that people were not judging him as harshly as he imagined. Most people were simply listening, curious about what he had to say. When he finally believed in his own words, others began to believe in them too. This is the journey of confidence. It begins inside your mind with the decision to change your self talk. It grows through small, consistent practice, speaking even when you are afraid. It strengthens with action every time you step forward instead of hiding. And it flourishes when you share your story with others, inspiring them to do the same. Confidence is the secret weapon of successful people because it opens doors that talent alone cannot. With confidence, you take risks, you seize opportunities, you speak when others remain silent. With confidence, you unlock the courage to chase your dreams, to stand tall, to face failure, and rise again. Confidence is not about being perfect, it is about believing in your worth even when you are not perfect. So today, remember this: do not let fear control your life. Do not wait for confidence to arrive before you act. Build it step by step, word by word, action by action. Begin by saying one sentence in English today. Begin by standing a little taller when you speak. Begin by reminding yourself that you are capable of more than you imagine. Let this story remind you that confidence is not found, it is created. The magic of storytelling is that it not only entertains, but it also transforms. Let this wordy tale be the beginning of your own transformation. You have the power to unlock your confidence. You have the ability to grow, to improve, to speak, to inspire. Do not let fear silence you. Speak, act, practice, and keep moving forward. Confidence will rise within you, and one day you will look back and realize you have become the person you always dreamed of being. And when that day comes, you will know the true secret of successful people: that self confidence is not only their weapon, but it can also be yours.